Alright, so working on part 2 of the 61 and 2 auto drop. So this part of the video will be in regards to the section that actually goes inside of the door to actually control the window. So as mentioned in the previous video, the 63s only need the single up and down relays, which is the same as the 64 and 5. The problem with the 61 and 2, like I mentioned before, is that you also have to energize the coil regardless of the direction that the window motor is going. So what I kind of have rigged up here, but it'll be a lot cleaner, is coming off of this board. There's a blue, a white, a yellow, a red, and a ground. So ground is ground, obviously. This red wire here, you can see, so right now I just have it piggybacked on top of the 12 volt wire that's powering this, but this will essentially be the constant 12 volt inside of the door. Again, I'll label all these, but I want to do a video to kind of walk through it so you understand. So that will that can be the constant power that's feeding the window switch. So also on the window switch, in the middle of the window switch, in the ones and twos, they have 4 wires. So the middle wire, the one middle wire is constant power. The other middle wire is the one that supplies the coil. So in that case, that'll be yellow. So I can show you that in operation by moving my meter over to the yellow wire. Okay, so I got my voltmeter set up here. So now that yellow wire is, so what happens is when either one of the windows fire, they go through a pair of diodes, which fires the coil in the secondary relay, which then grabs 12 volts off of here and sends it back through here. So we'll show you that in operation. So again, I've only got one side hooked up, but it'll be the same for both sides. So when I touch this onto here, so you'll see the meter go to 12 volts. So it only does it briefly. My meter actually sucks and it doesn't have a very good polling update. I'll show you again though. So that right now means the door is open, so it's rolled down. So when you close the door, so it's gone to 12 volts, it's released. So we'll try it again. So it just threw the overload because my meter is so slow. I've actually got a Fluke that I ordered. It should be here this week. So, but until then I'm using this piece of shit. So either way, you can see it's putting out 12 volts regardless of whether the window is being rolled up or the window is being rolled down. But then when I go to the blue and the white wires, which represent the up and the down, they only fire in one direction. So blue, I don't recall which one this is, but okay. So blue is the wire that rolls the window down when the door is opened. Nothing happens there, which is good. So then white, yeah, see my meter's going crazy because it's junk. So now, nothing happened other than the static is picking up. When I release, it's putting out 14 volts for 2.5 seconds to roll the window up because the door's closed. So again, I'll label these wires better and I'll clean it all up. You'll have to figure a better way probably of mounting all this. All I've done right now is I just have it mounted on a piece of lucite. You may want to put it inside of a box, especially since it's going to be inside of the door. Have to weatherproof it and everything like that. But there it is. It's pretty well it. The only thing that's still missing from all of this is on the back of the board. Let's see if I can get close enough that you can see it. There are 3 little pins right here. They say VCC, and then there's another VCC, and then there's ground. So we're going to disregard that ground, but on the 2 VCCs, there will be a toggle switch that you'll have to mount on the bottom of the window track, and it'll just plug into where this jumper is. I just have that jumper on right now, otherwise the relays wouldn't fire. So what happens is when you have the switch on plugged into here, as long as the window is above all the way down. So essentially if the window is all the way down, it interrupts this power so that nothing happens. It'll send a signal. The Arduino will still send the signal to the board, but the board won't send power to the coils because you don't want your windows all the way down and then someone get out and then when they close the door, it go up. You know, it's stupid. If the windows are down, you want them down. It's only if the windows are up and you roll and you open the door and they go down and then you close it, you want them to go back up. But if they're all the way down, obviously you don't want them to roll up on you. So that's the way that that interrupt is performed, is just by plugging it in on those, basically the VCC and the VCCJ pins. So I will have those plugged into that as well when this goes out, but that should be it. So you'll have to make a little bracket for that switch because like I said, I don't know what is going to be involved in mounting it in the 6123s because I don't have one, I don't have access to one, I can't go to the States, so there we go. You can still see my meter just being fucking dumb because it's ancient. Anyways, that's that. Have a good Saturday. Cheers.